You can look through all 1,000+ of my videos. I don't have a single one dedicated to ranting about Lady Stoneheart not being in the show. So don't come at me for my passion right now. As it's Spooktober, I think I get to talk about the real reasons Lady Stoneheart was never in the show. Because Lady Stoneheart is pretty spooky, and it was spooky stupid she wasn't in the show. So if you haven't read the books, you may not know who Lady Stoneheart is. To sum her up quickly, after the Red Wedding, they throw Catelyn Stark's body in the river, and she is resurrected. And then starts going by the name Lady Stoneheart. She's really fucked up too, because she had been rotting for a little bit in the river before she was resurrected. Also, when you are resurrected, you come back a little fucked up. Anyways, Lady Stoneheart goes on a murder spree for revenge. She's also super terrifying to behold. Anyways, there were many of us who were upset when she didn't make an appearance in the show. I remember the rumors and leaks of Lady Stoneheart being in the next season for years. It would always happen during filming of the next season of Game of Thrones. Lady Stoneheart. And it was actually even more frustrating because George R. R. Martin said she is an important character in the future books and that keeping her character in the show is the one thing he still wished he had done. So yikes. Oh, anyways, and side note with that, George also said he wanted Lady Stoneheart to show that death changes you, which, Jon Snow lovers, come on. That boy needs to come back a little fucked up regardless of where his soul goes during his body's death time. Death time. Anyways, we never got Lady Stoneheart, but we did finally get 3 explanations from D&D why they cut her from the show. I think these explanations are pretty trash, but you guys, of course, feel free to disagree with your grandma Rawrist. One, they said they didn't want to spoil what was coming up in George's books, which is such a stupid excuse. I mean, thank God, D&D, you never spoiled anything coming up in George's books. That reason is just such bullshit. They also said she only had like one good scene, which was her reveal, so that's it, why bother using her? No, that's really not her only good scene, D&D. I'm just gonna beat you. Number 2, they said they wanted Jon's res to be even more shocking, which I think we all guessed that's why they did it. They wanted Jon coming back to be such a huge thing to fans, because I remember being mocked. People would just send me messages non-fucking stop about how after Jon had died and before the next season going, I can't wait to see you cry yourself to sleep because Jon doesn't come back next season and you're so fucking retarded if you think Jon Snow is gonna be resurrected, and it just went on and on. I mean, oh my god, so many messages and comments. So I feel like that's kind of what D&D wanted, not for people to mock me relentlessly. I mean, at least I hope that wasn't their plan, D&D. I wouldn't put it past them. They wanted it to be shocking and people questioned more whether Jon would come back. If Catelyn had already come back earlier, they would have been like, oh, yeah, for sure this is happening. Finally, their third reason is they felt that bringing Michelle back to play undead Catelyn would destroy living Catelyn's final scene. They thought it was a shame to bring back such a talented actress just to be a zombie. Which, man, D&D, I'm so glad you spared me from zombie Catelyn to do whatever the fuck you did in the final season. Anyways, this bit of news of why Lady Stoneheart wasn't in the show is sponsored by Unyielding Rage.